Hi book friends, and welcome to my spring break reading vlog. Technically, I am on spring break. School ended at 2:30 and I don't have to teach a class for 9 days. However, I am back at my school, back in my classroom, because my class is putting on a murder mystery tonight. And so that's really, really exciting. I just picked up a healthy Burger King dinner. But after tonight, I am so ready for a break. In my future, I see 9 days full of reading, full of cleaning and getting stuff done around my house, full of not setting my alarm. Except for Sunday, because Sunday we are going to Orlando and we are going to Universal for the day. And then Monday we are going to just walk around and do stuff in Orlando before driving home. So what's on the reading agenda? I am hoping to finish Belladonna very soon in the next couple of days. I'm about halfway done with it and I really, really like it. It's just that this has been a really busy week, so I haven't gotten a lot of physical reading done. I am almost done with the latest Percy Jackson book, so I'll give you an update as soon as I finish that. I'm still working my way through Words of Radiance. I was hoping to be around 700 pages by this point, and I'm only at 300. But it's only because it's a book that I'm annotating, and so when I read it, I need to be in that headspace, and I need to be sitting down where I have all my supplies with me. I'm really hoping to get a big chunk of that read this week. The Will of the Many is a book that I need to read sometime in March because I am doing it with a book club with Books and Heather. My plan was to read it over spring break, but I think that I may actually push it off a little bit later because on Tuesday, Sunrise on the Reaping comes out, and I'm really excited about getting that and starting that. So anyways, I'm going to go into my classroom. We're going to put on a play, and then I'm going to be getting out of here probably around 11 o'clock tonight, and I'm going to go home and crash. So I probably won't get much reading done today, but I will be back on tomorrow with an update of some sort. Update time. It is Monday morning and we're still at the hotel. We spent all day yesterday at Universal, so we were really tired and our feet hurt. Needless to say, I only got about 4% of A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, or whatever that book is called, on my Kindle. We didn't wait in line that much, so I didn't get a chance to read it too much. I will have at the end of this video some shots and some film of mostly Harry Potter world. So if you're interested in that, you can go to the end of the video and watch that. I woke up this morning with a weird eye. I don't know if you can tell, it's swollen. It's also very windy out here, so I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me very well, but let me flip the camera around. This is outside of the back of our patio. Kind of bummed about our hotel though, because we picked this one because it said that it had a hot tub in the bathtub, and in fact it did not. But by the time we got home, by the time we got back to the hotel, we were just too tired to even complain about it. And we took a tiny nap, went out and got some dinner, went to Walmart because, funny enough, my daughter and I both forgot to pack extra underwear. It happens. We either packed too much underwear or not enough underwear. So while I didn't get a lot of reading done, my daughter Aubrey finished an entire book. She finished Flawless by Elsie Silver on the Kindle. She's an adult, so it's okay. I'm going to do my best to finish Belladonna today. I don't have that much left. And so I'm going to just sit out here, drink my Monster, wait for the family to wake up, and read. So I will update you again a little bit later. Tuesday morning update. Actually, it's like Tuesday afternoon. And before I say anything, I just want to let you know that if you watch my videos regularly, or you plan, you hear the dogs running around, they do this every time I talk, hey. Or you plan to watch my videos regularly, anytime I'm doing a vlog like this, I will very rarely have makeup on and have my hair done. I find it super hard to get ready, put on my face, do my hair, just for a video update. And I don't normally wear all that makeup or do my hair in any kind of a special way in my day-to-day life. So these reading vlogs are just very, you get what you get, and this is me in my everyday. An example of that is I'm getting ready to do dishes. Those are my dishes. My house is rarely clean and put together. But while I'm doing those dishes, let me turn the camera around. I am watching and catching up on Booktube right now. I am watching Books and Heather. All right, so I finished Belladonna, which I really loved it, which I'm super happy about because it is YA. And YA is very hit or miss for me, and this one was a hit. But I also have all 3 books in a very beautiful box set, and I don't ever do that. I don't ever buy a series all at one time unless I know I have started reading it and I know that I want to continue it. For a YA book, it was really good. There were some twists that I didn't see coming at the end. None of them were so shocking that I couldn't believe it, but they all made sense. And I know that the name of the house that Signa is inheriting when she turns 20 is called Foxglove, and I know the next book is called Foxglove, so I'm hoping that the setting of book 2 is going to be at this other house that she inherits. If you don't know anything about Belladonna, Signa lost her parents. She is set to inherit a very large fortune when she turns 20. She has been passed from relative to relative her whole life, and unfortunately, all of these relatives that get paid a stipend for taking care of her, they don't treat her very well, and in the end they all die. So people think that she has a curse. Come to find out, she just has a very unique relationship with death. And as she gets older and starts to learn about this relationship a little bit more, we learn that Signa is not who we think she is. Signa is not who she thinks she is. And it's just such a fun, lighthearted, even though it's a lot about death, I feel like it was very lighthearted YA romance, and I can't wait to continue on. I also finished the latest book in the Percy Jackson series. So there's 2 books out in this series so far. And the main premise of this is that it is Percy Jackson's senior year in high school. And in order to get into the college that Annabeth is going to in New Rome, he has to have 3 letters of recommendations from 3 gods. So in the first book in the series, he was trying to find a cup, a chalice. I can't remember who it was. Ganymede, maybe? And in this one, he has to pet sit for Hecate. What I like about this series is it's just as funny, just as witty. We have all of the same characters that we love, especially Grover, Annabeth, and Percy himself, as well as Percy's mom. We get a little update on what's going on in her life. But the stakes in this series are much lower. He's not trying to save the world. He's just trying to get a letter of recommendation. And I did listen to this on audio, and I thought that the author and I thought that the narrator was really great. And I'm just loving this series. But it also means that I'm caught up on a series, so I get to take that graphic off of my series that I'm in the middle of, kind of pare down the series that I'm in the middle of just a little bit. Already today, I've read about 50 pages of Words of Radiance, and I'm really enjoying it. It's hard to talk about because it is such a big book. There's a lot going on, but it's also the second book in a very large 5-book series. And so I can't really tell you what I'm liking about it, except for the fact that it is following Shallan a lot and possibly a romance with her. And I'm really excited about that because I love Shallan. She's one of my favorite characters. When I read this book, I am so happy. I love this book so much. I know that this series is going to be a 5-star series for me. It's just unfortunate that I also have so many other books that I want to read, and I don't want to commit an entire month to just one book. So I am reading it a little bit slower, and I hope that that doesn't affect my enjoyment of it in any way. I am going out today to buy Sunrise on the Reaping. I was going to go to Walmart and get it, but none of the Walmarts near me have it. So I'm going to have to travel a little farther for it. So I don't know if I'll be picking it up at Barnes & Noble or Target. I'm not sure. But I will have it in my hands today, and I will start it today also. And that's my day. Cleaning, reading. Oh, I'm going to get my nails done. So I'll check back in later with another update. I also forgot to say that I started another audiobook, and I can't remember which it is, what the name of it is, but it's City of something. I think it's Heavenly Fire, and it's the 6th book in the Mortal Instruments series. So I am listening to this one as I do dishes and sometimes in the car, but it's not a priority read for me. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish it before the month is out or not, but the good thing about it is if I do finish it, it will knock off another series that I'm in the middle of. So that's exciting. So yeah, I'm going to listen to a little bit of that, read a little bit more Brandon Sanderson, and I have some errands to run. Tuesday evening-ish, and I was not planning on updating you right now, but I had to go across the bridge to take my daughter to her car so she could get to work, and I had to get my nails done, and I actually was going to get Sunrise on the Reaping, but I couldn't find a copy anywhere close to where I was, so I ended up ordering one, and it will be delivered tomorrow. So a little bit of a change of plan there. I got my nails done, went with yellow this time, but on the south side of the bridge, which is the direction I need to go, there was this giant like garbage truck full of scrap metal, and the whole thing caught on fire. And I saw it when I was driving northbound over the bridge, and I thought, oh, I'm not even going home for another like 2 hours. It should be cleaned up. It is not, in fact, cleaned up. What should take me about 25 minutes to get home is going to take me over an hour now. So I thought I would just tell you guys how I'm spending my time. I love to listen to podcasts in the car, and so that's what I'm doing right now to sort of just get my mind off the fact that it has taken me 15 minutes to drive about 5 blocks. My favorites are Flights of Fantasy. They did a few episodes, actually more than a few episodes, all around Onyx Storm, and I have not finished them yet, so I have those to listen to. And another podcast that I love is called Book Reviews Kill, and actually it was 2 guys who did it, Evan, and then I can't remember the other guy's name. And the other guy doesn't do it anymore, so Evan found somebody else to do it with him. And it was actually somebody who I was already following on TikTok. So you can find this other person on Books Are Sick on like TikTok and Instagram. And I don't know what their future plans are for their podcast, but right now, every Monday, they release an hour or so long podcast just talking about books that they're reading, TV shows that they're watching, and stuff like that. So I really do enjoy that. In fact, Evan has a book, his first book coming out in May called Anji Kills the King. And I was hoping to get an arc of that through NetGalley, but I haven't heard back yet. So I'm not too hopeful about that. But anyways, I'm going to go to the grocery store when I get over the bridge and make dinner for John and I. It is just us two, probably for the rest of spring break. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. But I'm not looking forward to this drive home, even though I have wonderful podcasts to listen to. Yeah, that's it. So happy podcasting. Today is Friday, and I just made a fried egg and tomato sandwich, so yay. So let me eat this, and then I will give you a reading update. Well, spring break is almost over, and that makes me sad. I have 2.5 days left. I have got back into playing the Switch, specifically Disney's Dreamlight Valley. Because of that, I have listened to about 46% of the last book in the Mortal Instruments series. In my opinion, Chewy wants to say hi. In my opinion, it does not need to be 6 books long. Now Lilo wants to say hi. Ow. I'm a little bored with it. Stop.
I don't love the accents in the audiobook, but it is the last book that I need to complete the series, and I do want to move on to Infernal Devices, so I'm sticking with it. On the Kindle, I have been reading A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, and I'm really liking it. I have heard people say that it was a cozy fantasy. I don't know if I necessarily am far enough in the book to judge if that's true or not, so we'll see. But right now, it's a ship, and this ship, its job is to make tunnels in space. So if you are familiar with A Wrinkle in Time, same sort of concept, right? We want to get from this distance to this really far other distance, but we want to do it like that. So they make like tunnels or wormholes in space. And what I really like about it is that the characters on the ship, they're all different species. So there's a lot of talk about respecting cultures and pronouns and respecting people's pronouns. And so far I'm having a really good time with it. I really like it. I am also almost halfway with Saga. So this is a graphic novel, science fiction graphic novel. And when I say graphic novel, there is some very sexually graphic depictions in this book, but not very many. Basically, there is a planet and a moon, and they're at war, and somebody from the planet and somebody from the moon fall in love, have a baby. Now they are zipping around the galaxy. People are trying to hunt them down because they have to kill this baby. There are some very unique, let's just say unique characters and situations in this book. But I am enjoying it, and I'm not normally a graphic novel girly. So far so good. I recommend it if you like graphic novels. And last night I started Sunrise on the Reaping. When I got this in person, I have been saying how much I dislike the cover, and I have to say the cover, which is not on, is actually better than I thought it was going to be. I sat down to read this last night at like 11:30, and the first chapter was almost 25 pages, and I was like, oh, it's going to be one of those like really long chapter books. But I flew through it, and I got done with that chapter really, really quick. So I hope to make some headway on this today. And other than laundry and cleaning, because, you know, when am I not cleaning and doing laundry? This is my plans for the day. Reading, Switch. I've already watched some Booktube. Not looking forward to spring break being over. Sunday evening. Spring break is almost officially over, and I was just saying earlier today that I feel like this is the shortest spring break. I don't even feel like it was really a break. I didn't get everything done that I wanted to, but I did catch up on my laundry. I cleaned out my car today. We went to Universal. I had about a day and a half where I just was a goblin and I just read and I didn't do anything. But I am looking forward to getting back to work because before we went on spring break, I told you we had a play. And so the last like 4 weeks before spring break where the schedule was messed up, everything was just sort of in rush mode. So it'll be nice to get back to the classroom on a normal schedule. We have 1 quarter left of the school year. That's insane. So about 9-10 weeks left until summer break. I am more than halfway done. I would say 60% done with Sunrise on the Reaping. Really enjoying it. There's a lot of nostalgia, a lot of things that I'm reading about that remind me of when I first read the Hunger Games series many years ago. We have just got into the arena, so things are really starting to pick up. This book leaves me asking a question, and that question is it possible for a book to have too many Easter eggs? I love all the throwbacks to people and objects and things that we know and love from the Hunger Games, but I feel like Suzanne Collins wanted to include an Easter egg for every single person and every single object and every single memorable thing. I'm not complaining because I love these Easter eggs and I smile and I remember when I read them, but it just seems that it's Easter egg after Easter egg after Easter egg, callback after callback after callback. What do you think? Is there such a thing as too many Easter eggs? Anyways, I'm going to wrap up this video. I will spend the rest of the month catching up on work stuff and finishing out the books that I am in the middle of. So that means Saga, A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, and making headway in Words of Radiance. So until next time, happy reading.